Hey. So my fabric is taking a lot longer than I thought it would to arrive. It should be arriving like later today or maybe even tomorrow, but it's been like a couple of weeks and I didn't realize it was gonna take this long. So for the sake of time and the gap between this video and the one that I did last time, I just wanted to talk about a subject that is a bit of a pet peeve of mine as an artist. Also, if I seem low energy, it's because I took an accidental nap. If you don't know what an accidental nap is, that's when you try to stay awake, but you end up accidentally falling asleep. And I took a nap for like maybe 20-15 minutes, so I'm very tired. Also, I'm hot, but I don't want to run my AC because it's literally right next to me and it's very loud, so I'm just gonna be hot and slightly tired. Also, this is a sneak peek of what the project is once I get my fabric. Here's a sample of what it looks like. So yeah. So I want to talk about animation. For those of you who don't know, which none of you would know this unless you're my friends or family, I have an associate's in animation and motion graphics. But despite me having an associates, I don't know how often I'll be featuring my ability to animate on this channel because it takes so long. And with that being said, that is exactly what I want to talk about. If I seem discombobulated, it's because I don't have a script with me. Most of my videos, actually all of my videos, are scripted so that they have a flow to them. But this is completely just off the top of my head, so I'm just kind of just saying what comes out of my mouth. But back to the topic at hand, animation and how long it takes for something to be animated. A few years ago, I was watching Game Grumps, and they have a segment on the show called Guest Grumps, where they invite another YouTuber or just a famous person in general onto their show and they play games together. On this Guest Grumps episode, they had James, also known as the Odd Ones Out on YouTube, who is an animatic YouTuber. And he was talking to Aaron and Dan about how he would get comments about people getting upset how long it takes for him to make animations for his videos. And one of the comments that he said he gets a lot of is when people say, if TV shows are able to air animated shows once a week, then so should animators on YouTube. And I'm here to tell that person and the many people who think like that, you're wrong and you don't know what you're talking about. And let me explain why you are wrong if you have this mindset. Animation takes a very, very, very long time. Even the simplest things like a walk cycle take months. Again, as someone who has an associate's in animation, I know how long these things take. So I'm going to show you an animation of mine that I did in my free time. It's not finished, but just going to give you an example of what it looks like. Cool, right? That took 3 months. Well, not counting the days I procrastinated because animation sucks the life out of me. But it took around 3 months. And that's just nothing else being animated other than the eyes and the hair. And the hair was the part that took the longest. Now, if that animation that I just showed you took about 3 months, maybe even more, just imagine how long it takes to animate an entire animated series. So let's say Bob's Burgers is being aired on a certain channel at, say, 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So every Wednesday there's a new episode of Bob's Burgers. You watch the first episode of the newest season that's being aired. And then the next week, next Wednesday, you watch the newest episode. Within the time you saw the first episode to the second episode, a lot of people think that people are animating, voice acting, writing, doing everything that needs to be done for the next episode to be aired within this short time frame of just a week. But that's not how animation works. If animators were having to animate an entire 20-minute, 28-minute, or like 27-minute episode of Bob's Burgers, they would be burnt out and no longer want to animate because of how long and how demanding animation is. So here's what it actually is. The season of Bob's Burgers that you are watching currently, and again in this example that it comes on at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, that season that you're watching currently has already been animated, voice acted, written, edited for it to come out every Wednesday. While you're watching that season, let's say it's season 18. If you're watching season 18 right now, it's being aired on this TV channel, the animators and the creators of Bob's Burgers are already working on the 19th season. So every time an episode comes out every Wednesday, the animators and writers aren't working with these short deadlines so that they're able to air their show next Wednesday. Because again, the writers, the voice actors, and the animators want to quit their jobs if that's how long it took to make an episode. And that's just not how it works. And it's not just animated TV shows either. It's live action shows as well. Say if your favorite live action show is The Good Doctor, and say that show comes on at 9 p.m. every Monday. The same thing that goes for animations, this goes for live action TV shows. Once you watch the first episode of the newest season of The Good Doctor, they are not scrambling, acting, writing, and making sure the set looks good for the next Monday for the newest episode to come out. That entire season of The Good Doctor has already been filmed, acted, edited for your entertainment. The only reason animated shows and TV shows in general come out once a week is because that's how they're scheduled to come out. Because these channels have all these different shows, and they have like these different time slots for each TV show to be in. And it just so happens that either Bob's Burgers or The Good Doctor or whatever your favorite animated or non-animated show is just comes out on these scheduled days at these scheduled times. So if you're thinking in your head, oh wow, that was a good episode, I can't wait to see what the actors do in the next episode, I hope they work hard within the 1 week to make one episode. That's just not possible. If TV shows and animated shows had 1 week to film, act, write an episode for once every week, they would be absolute trash. They would be garbage because they'd be rushing and it wouldn't be entertaining. You're just sitting there like, what was that? And I'll tell you what it was. It was rushed. And the comment that James mentioned in that show just goes to show how many people that person definitely has never animated a single frame in their life. And they just assume that because animation doesn't take that long on the TV, then YouTubers shouldn't take that long to put out animated content on YouTube. That makes no sense. And that's why I'm making this video, because those people, again, are wrong and don't know what they're talking about. So I'm here to educate you and hopefully help you change your mind about how you view animation and for you to appreciate just how long it takes and how tedious it is and just how soul-sucking it is. Because I don't even animate that much. And I want to be good at animation, but it is so difficult to be precise when it comes to animation because of how, for me specifically, want it to be as smooth going as I want it to look. And if you follow any other animators on social media, whatever platform that may be, as much as I do, when you have the knowledge that I have when it comes to animation, you just know that looking at something, that's a proper sentence. When you look at an animation that, let's say, is an explosion, if you don't have the knowledge that I have when it comes to animation, you're like, oh, that looked easy. But as someone who, again, has an associate's in animation, I know how long that took. That took a very long time. Yeah, I know for a fact it didn't take a week. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to just clear up the common misconception people have on animation and hopefully change your mind about how animation works and to appreciate just how long animation takes. And also because, again, my fabric's taking forever to arrive, so I didn't want to go this long without putting something up. Not to mention that it'll probably take me even longer to put up new videos because I'm starting school soon to get my bachelor's in fine art. So the video's gonna be far few in between. I'm trying to upload videos at least once a month. So if I go 2 months or more without putting anything up, it's because school. was, I don't want to say in the way because it makes it sound like school wasn't worth it. School was the reason why nothing had been uploaded for a couple of months, so yeah. I hope I explained that well enough for you to understand. I hope I did. I tend to go in circles and say the same thing over and over again, but I hope you understood what I said. So this video turned into sort of a rant. I mean, it was a rant. It didn't sort of turn into a rant. It is a rant. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Animation is hard and it takes time. And maybe don't be so quick to judge about something you have no idea anything about.